complex in terms of structure, and also with no easy life, because we started and then we had also the pandemic situation that brought us to a situation in which we try to do our best in order to include also the impact of COVID in the digitalization. In any case, so this project, just in few words, concerning the purpose was to try to discover, to individuate the digital skills in particular, but also the hard skills, the skills, the digital and non digital skills, to handle the evolving digital situation, okay, and the impact of digitalization in our companies. So for these reasons, we focus on two main areas. The first one was the impact of digitalization on skills, okay, in a time horizon of 5 years. So this meant for us the possibility to have a concrete project in terms of result, but also a predictive project. And the second area of investigation was also the impact of the digitalization on working conditions, because the reality in our, mainly in the sorting center, the reality in our company has changed. So this means that now we have not only the role, the relation human, but also the relation of human and to machine that must be also investigated. As I anticipated, COVID gave us another impulse, another push, okay, to analyze the role of training under the situation of the pandemic. And we try to select, we select also three main key areas for the sector. I'm talking of back office operation, delivery operation, and also post offices and network. So we had also the support of Ernst and Young. We organized international seminars and final conference, and we also published the final report. At this regard, I would like to inform you that this report, that is quite interesting, of course, is available. So in case you want to, you have only to ask me, or also to ask PostEurop in order to have the digital format of this project and to find in it a lot of other informations. This project was also innovative in terms of methodology, and because we also due to support of Ernst Young, of course, we adopted the Delphi methodology and also the semantic analysis. So this means that we put in relation all the information we gained, we had from our experts that we contacted. And this semantic information gave us also the possibility to go more in depth concerning the meaning and the significance of a particular topic related to our research. We have also a lot of info of participation in terms of answers that we received and also the coverage of the European Union. Going directly to the main results, these are we had a lot of information, so it's difficult for me now to put in few slides all these results of this information. So I try to give you more or less a transversal point of view of what we found for the three areas that the three areas have in common. So first of all, and it's quite easy, but is until a certain point, the postal companies, all the postal companies are impacted by digitalization. And also all the operational profiles. So even if we touch only three areas in particular, but from the discussion we had, we saw that all the sectors, the labor sector in terms of activities of postal sector are touched by the digitalization at different level, of course, but it's something like a revolution. for the postal sector. And the pandemic gave a very, very powerful contribution to digital implementation, because of course our companies immediately started with to provide the training with the other tools, the tools that were available at that moment and then that were developed. Another really key conclusion of the study is the growing importance of soft skills. These for all the three areas investigated, with a particular attention to the social skills, and of course we are talking of the relational skills. This also is directly linked to the differentiation process in terms of products and services. Mainly concerning the proximity services. And when I talk of proximity services, I'm talking of the services and product that impact the customer within the post office, but also I'm referring to the contact of the postman with our customers. Another important issue that we discovered is the growing importance of micro skills. This means that training is changing. We have not to totally think like in the past, and the past that means a few years ago, of this training provided in a classroom, of giving all the information. This means that some information are key or important for the life of a particular commitment, for a particular job. Other information are not so important. So we are going into a differentiation, a segmentation of skills, of significance of skills. And this means also that our employees need tailored training. So it's like a Google. I need, okay, a particular information I find on Google. So now training is also, thanks to the support of digital tools, our employees found the information they need. So there is not the case of to give all the information. Of course, we have a lot of sources concerning the provision of training. This means in-house programs, but also non-formal education ensured by external consultants. And of course, we also assisted to a full use of learning platforms adapted according to different situation and level of development. Concerning soft skills, there is the need to ensure training more in person and not on the e-learning and other. And of course, we are assisting to increase the use of ICT tools. And concerning the other area of investigation of our project, we are assisting to a positive impact, of course, of digitalization, mainly concerning the manual works. There is a less of strain, but at the same time, what we found for all the areas that we investigate, there is a possible risk for health concerning isolation and stress. And these are mainly concerning the sorting center and mainly concerning after the e-commerce revolution. Of course, this situation could be mitigated by thanks to a high level of social dialogues. The dialogue between the social partners is key, is confirmed this role, mainly concerning this new situation of the digitalization. It's important also to have a good dialogue, also to adapt the level of talk to this new situation in order to find the new solutions, adapt solutions. So concerning micro skills, I would like to say that really we are assisting something new for the postal sector, at least, because there is a continuous process of adaptation of hardware, for example, micro skills to specific tasks. Tasks in our sectors are changing, and there is to find something of a particular information, a particular training. I reported an example mainly concerning the back office operation. In the next 5 years, we'll found, for example, a growing portion concerning getting information, interacting with the computers, documenting information, or distribution of the product schedules. So this means also to have specific skills, specific information, and this is more or less also the meaning of micro skills. In general, coming back to all the three areas investigate altogether, the interaction with the client, with the customer, will require, of course, new social skills, and so the growing importance of relational skills. These stress again the emphasis on soft skills, so with the empathy, also the active listening. This is very important, mainly in the post offices was stressed. The critical thing is the ability to speak, but it's not the ability to speak to say something, but also to listen and find a way to speak according to the speech, according to the knowledge of our customer. This is a very key soft skills. The monitoring and also the problem solving is another soft skills, very important. Mainly this not only for the post offices, but also mainly for the sorting centers. Just to have an example of more detailed concerning what I'm saying, I found good also the example of the area of delivery that we investigated. Proximity services are also changing for this area, no? And some of these proximity services are essential, and they will be more essential also in the next few years. Concerning taxes, we have, for example, energy diagnosis. So because we are, as a consequence of the process of differentiation, diversification of product and services, data collection, the delivery of essential goods. This is another thing that started before the pandemic, but now is more and more developed. I'm talking food, medicine, vaccines, health result, and others. And this is also a proof of the social roles or role of the postal sector. The delivery by appointment and for example, making administrative appointments. So postal sector like a bridge between the government, for example, and the society. This means to have also to develop skills concerning these proximity services. That means also that to have to own hard skills, but the stress is again on soft skills because we need to have more interaction, more dialogue, more contact with our customers. And also, this is another important thing, so also the ability to handle this sensitive information. So this means the new role, as also like Aphrodite said, and I totally share, is not only a problem of digital, but also of the person, of new role. This means this is the example of the delivery, but of course we can also take this example for the other sectors we investigate. This means to own also a mixed skill set for the services that we are developing. So the digital skills in terms of track and tracing, of mapping software, laptop and other, and the logistical skills, of course. But at the same time, we have to own social skills, the reliability, the interaction, the ability to speak with the same language to our customers. As I said, the other that I said that are confirmed in terms of critical thinking, active listening, and what is important is not what we found concerning the empathy. This is something that you should own, but is not for all, to own empathy. And this led me to inform you about another role, another result. The result is that we have to know our employee better and better, because not all the people are good for a specific role. So this means to talk with them and to analyze better where, according to their potential, where they adapt or not, for if they are adapt or not for a particular job. And this means also for the employer another kind of soft skill. Another important skills that we found is mainly for the delivery, and also for the post offices, is the knowledge of the social areas, because it's important that we know exactly, for example, for the post office, if that particular area is composed by other people or young people, if they're rich or not, what are the social needs and others. So this could help also the social role of the postal sector, but also the possibility to offer some kind of services and products rather than other. The coordination is also important, and also really important the knowledge of specific products. This slide, I think, taken by the final report, I think that I can show you exactly what I try to say. For all the three considered postal activities profile, we found some differentiations in terms that delivery, for example, for the delivery sector area, proximity service are marked more than post office, if you want. But for all the three considered professional profile, we found that soft skills, the interface with digital tools at the core, is something that is common, and it's something on which, as employers, we have also to see with a particular attention, together with the knowledge of new services. Concerning the other part of the second part of the project, I'm talking about health and safety. I can confirm what I said at the beginning. There is the need for the employers to monitor carefully also the digitalization process, because this could lead to isolation. In few words, with an easiest example, in the sorting center until some years ago, for example, there were working 100 persons or more, of course. Now, if in the past they were 100, now they are 30, for example. And we have also robots, we have also machines. So this means to have another kind of relation. This could like to stress. This could lead us also to risk for isolation. This is more market, for example, more stressed for the postman. Well-being assistance programs, and also solution taken by the same digitalization. So this means a digital connection with the colleagues, like, for example, mainly, for example, for the team of postmen, are put in place. The operators are trying to find some solution, but the problem remain. And another source of solution we can have from the social dialogue. As I said, the agreements in terms of better labor condition could lead us to a different approach, a better approach, a positive approach, in order to solve and to anticipate these problems. Of course, the impact of COVID was really strong, and of course we had also a lot of problems. But in general, the postal services, the postal sector faced these problems successfully. Some attitudes, mainly concerning digital payment or contact letter activities, will remain also in the future. We'll have also the need for a flexible learning that was pushed by the pandemic, but of course there is also the need in some cases to better balance hybrid learning with e-learning with in-person training. Also, in this case, a slide can happen in the sense that for all the considered areas, the risk of stress and the musculoskeletal disorder, stress from also new services and roles could represent a trigger point on which, as employers, we have to reflect. Few words concerning what we did after the project. We signed a joint declaration where we put what we found with this project. I'm talking about the awareness of digitalization, this digitalization era, and the impact on the postal sector, the awareness about the process of diversification and differentiation of product and services, the central role for training and retraining and upskilling, of course, in under the point of view of a lifelong approach. And of course, we put the key role for soft skills. The joint declaration means not a mandate. It is not mandatory. It's not a mandatory document, but it is a common approach. It is a common point of view from unions and employers. And we also agreed to develop some steps, and talking of to continue to pay attention to activities of training in a framework also of ecological transition, to investigate also the implementation of what we found, and mainly concerning the training able to reduce risks and improve working conditions. This is very important because training is not something, a list of rules, but it is something that could have a role also, mainly in, if you want, in some cases, to reduce risks and to ensure better working condition. And we also we agreed also to develop activities, a project to investigate the impact, of course, of the new technologies, helped also by the artificial intelligence and what is possible to have with digital processes. For these reasons, we are now writing together with the unions a new project, which we hope to fund. We must present it to the European Commission at the end of June, where a new project where the main purpose is, I can say, the second part is the second part of the project I talked about. Continued investigation on the professional areas I talked about, but adding another professional area. We have to agree which with the unions. Role, as I said, of training to reduce health risks, and then try to build together for the first time something like a basic common training path in order to get select soft skills. This means to put it together our experience and find a way, a common, if you want, training program, for specific soft skills. This is a very challenging project, but also very concrete with a time horizon of 10 years. We'll use also for the first time for our project the artificial intelligence in order to have a powerful research, more detailed research in terms of contents and outcomes. And we also use algorithms that can ensure us to our project, to our research, better results. And this will represent a step forward in our project, in our activities of research on training that we started some more than 10 years ago with other project. Is a consistent developing process in order to find what in few words, how it's possible to match skills and job, in this case, under the revolution of digitalization. I finished my presentation, hoping that it was quite clear and available, of course, for your questions. I would like also to present I would like to apologize for the no presentation from my colleague Grazia, that was taken by our CEO for important presentation with our government on particular training skills. So I apologize for that. Thank you.